Hey guys, I'm Joel. In this video, we're gonna be working on my new E34. It's still, I don't know how long I'm gonna be calling it new, but it's still new to me. So in the last episode, I got this barn find running, and it runs kind of well now that I taped up the ICV, idle air control valve. So the idle was hunting really badly, going up and down. It was because of the vacuum leaks. I sealed up the majority of the big ones and kind of did the trick, so I'm gonna leave it like that for the time being. But the next big thing, before I can actually drive it, was the steering. Now this car doesn't have a steering rack, it has a steering box. But I was kind of confused because I didn't know that steering boxes still had power steering. But in the last episode, I was trying to drive it and the steering was growling so badly. So as you can see from that video, I need to fix that before I actually try and drive this thing on the road, because that's just dangerous and it feels so bad. The first thing that I did was to check if it had fluid, and it did have fluid, and I had my boy Omar turn the steering wheel back and forth and it wouldn't bleed and it was still growling. So first things first, the easiest thing I can do is change the fluid out. Now the car was sitting for 10 years before I got it, so the best thing that I can do is at least change the fluid to see if it's still continuing. And if it is continuing, then I could probably assume that it's the power steering pump, but we'll get into that once we see it. First things first, I want to get this thing on the lift, so I'm gonna do the shimmy shuffle around and try and get this car up there. It seems like there's no fuel pressure every time I start cranking on it when it was sitting for a while. So I feel like now it's building up the fuel pressure and it's gonna start now. Or not. Let me see if the fuel pump fuse is still good. It is good still. Why is this thing being a bitch? Let me try for a little longer. Imagine it's out of gas. Wait, it is out of gas, because when we were on the hill, last episode, I didn't include it in the video. It wouldn't start on the hill, and it would on flat, but now it won't start. So I'm about to take my ass to the gas station and get a few gallons of 93, put it in here so that it's so that hopefully it can dilute all the bad gas and have it be majority good gas. We made it to the gas station. That's what Connecticut fuel prices look like. I'm gonna just put 3 gallons in it. Oh. There's a leak right there. And I got my phone up here and I could see that little droplet on the fuel filter. So I'm gonna try and tighten that hose clamp a little more. It definitely was a little loose. It took like a half turn, so hopefully it stops leaking now. Let's see if she starts up. Now the right line is leaking. I'm about to just change this shit out when I get on the lift, because this is... the car's running so much better now. It's idling so smooth. Let me move it. I gave it a tiny bit of gas and it just stalled. Yeah, this car's not wanting to behave right now. It's idling so bad again. Let me just try and back it up. Nah, I cannot give it gas. This thing won't move. Is it the hood being closed? What? I left the hood a little cracked open. There's no way that... A little bit. Dude, my foot is on the clutch. This thing is just bad right now. She's not happy. It was running fine earlier. Then I gave it gas and then it just fell on its face. I have no idea. I need to get out of here. Oh, I smell this. It's been like a month since I last touched the E34, and I just gotta keep it real with you guys. That last diagnosing video that I made on this, and then just finding out that it still ran bad after me going through so much mental gymnastics, it wore me out. I was just so sick of this car because every time I looked at it, something went wrong. But I feel like it's important for me to state this fact because I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate. When you haven't driven a car before, it's very easy for you not to love it or for you just to be like, oh, fuck this car, because it's just, I've never driven it. There's no attachment to it. So I'm gonna use this to say, we gotta fight through. We gotta fight through because nobody else is gonna do it for us. If we don't work on our project, it's never gonna get done. So if I wanna drive that car and actually fall in love with it, I need to fix it and I need to get to work because it's not gonna get done on its own. It's just a fact, so let's get to work even though I really don't want to. I have not forgot about the starter this time. Let's see how this thing is gonna work. This is the loosest shifting ever. Oh. What? It's fine. How is it running so good? What? Why is it running so well? Why? This makes no sense. This is... I'm gonna give it some revs and see if it stumbles or anything. Yeah, oh, it stumbles so much. I think that could just be from vacuum leaks. Oh yeah, like look, those are two. I'm gonna order this new boot right here because it's entirely fried. I just need to change this before I continue diagnosing. I was going crazy trying to find the part number to this boot. And I sent a picture of this to my friend Pat. He has a M20 in his E30. And he asked what this boot was. So he doesn't know what this boot is. RealOEM.com that has all the part numbers for BMWs. Use that website if you need part numbers, by the way. But they don't have it. No one says what this boot is, and I can't find a part number on it. I was driving myself crazy trying to find it, and Pat was like, yo, I don't know what that is. What is that? So I'm gonna just go to the parts store and see if I can get a hose that fits both of these things because it's kind of bigger for the ICV. The ICV is a little bit bigger than the thing that goes into the boot. It slides in super easy on this side, and then this side has resistance. So I don't know what size hose this is. It was 12 bucks at Napa. There's the part number. And this works perfectly because it goes into the smaller hose and then it does the little step up, which works perfectly for the ICV. Oh no, it's the same size. It's just that it was on it's just that it was on the ICV making it I'm tweaking, yo. It is moving in there, so I think it's working properly. Let's go see if it worked. It's in, but I still need a little tape right here to try and fix that up a little bit. I took the boot off to better put tape around there and then put the clamp on top of the tape and hopefully it'll seal. I really want to see if this is gonna fix it. All set. Yeah! Let's see how smooth that revs. Oh, we're revving too high. Man, it's good now. Maybe I shouldn't be revving it this much. I forgot. I keep doing this. I get hyper focused on one thing and then I completely forget about another. I need to let it warm up. I didn't think it's a good idea to be revving it that much after. This thing has been driven in so long and I'm over here revving it cold. Bruh, it's stupid, I know. But this is exactly how you try and fix one problem and you cause 3 other problems. I turned the car on again and turned the steering wheel back and forth and it's pissing oil now. Oh no! I gotta grab something. I was trying to see if it got worse at lock and it definitely did, but I don't know if it's because of the load. But it was doing it continuously and then started leaking like this after, so I need to look up what that means. I want to shake it as hard as I can so that it doesn't fall on me. Now here is the power steering pump. I'm gonna try and take it off and see if there's an issue with it because I don't know. I think maybe this pump is making the noise, but I don't know if it's the steering pump or the steering box. So I'm just gonna start by taking all the fluid out from here. Pretty tight. Oh shit! That's what I'm talking about. How do I take this off without making a mess? Alright, not too bad. I'm gonna turn the steering wheel left and right with the key in the ignition so I can bleed out more. Oops. I don't think I'm supposed to turn it that much. Oh no, I think I gotta loosen it everywhere else and then start turning it that much. I might have just ruined the teeth. And there's one more in there that I gotta loosen. Right there. Well, I'm guessing now I turn the top nut. Let's see. Now, now it moves. I definitely destroyed that tensioner and stripped it. Let's go, finally. The pump is out, and now I have no idea what to do to diagnose it. I'm pretty sure I could take it apart and see if the seals are bad or see if the bearings are bad, but I got my parts washer all set up from Harbor Freight, and I went to Tractor Supply and got some PSC 1000. Apparently this is the good stuff for parts cleaners, and this thing is cool. So it has a little tray. I can take this tray out. If I want to fit something bigger, you just turn the pump on, and it sprays that cleaner onto your part. So I'm gonna be able to clean the power steering pump now. And I wanna try and rebuild it because I've never done it before. I don't wanna get any of this oil inside of the pump though, so I have to try and cover it while I work it. Oh, it's spraying everywhere. Yo, it has hella pressure. Oh my goodness. It's so strong. I can't have the camera that close. Look how much it's spraying everywhere. Now that it's everywhere, let me see if I can just... Damn, it's so strong. Look at that. This popped off. Is that how it's supposed to come off? Oh God. Here we go. I'm gonna just start taking stuff off and hopefully I can find something along the way. There's like 2 layers to this gasket. What? Now here there's a little snap ring. Just don't want it to go flying. How the fuck? Damn it, I'm so close. Come on. Clip is so badly designed. There's no holes in it. I'm struggling. It was so close, dude. Yes, let's fucking go. Oh! Yes. Why is there no hole in that clip? It's so hard to compress it. You have to push into the shaft really hard. So now I'm guessing I can just pick this up. Will this just come out? Oh, it will. It will just come out. Let me place that down here. Oh, that just slides off. And there's this seal right here. I gotta change this seal. And how does this come off? Does this come off? What? No way is there nothing in here. Yeah, I think this is just the seal and that's it. My package from FCP came in. I ordered a new power steering reservoir. And then this is what I need. This power steering rebuild kit. And then all the other stuff in here are the shift pins and the detents for my ZF, for my E30, because I did it in my E46 and I have to do it again because it changes everything about how the transmission feels. This is everything laid out here. All the detent pins up there. And we can get started with this stuff. This is the fun stuff that I've been waiting for. Here's everything that is in this black bag. I'm not sure what this extra ring is right here in the top, but the bottom one is definitely for the shaft up there. And there's just the seals, and that's it. I thought there was more to this, but it's literally just this. And I'm hoping that, I guess all that noise was air coming past the old seals, because it was bubbling out from the reservoir, so it's weird how it was bubbling out and it was, I don't know. Let's just get started. I gotta start off by taking this seal out. Oh, I saw it come up a little bit. Oh, let's go. Okay, so you just pry on opposite sides and it'll come out. I wasn't even pushing that hard on it, so it came out kind of naturally. That's a look under the seal. And it's pretty interesting. I thought there was a lot more to this, but it's so simple. Put a little ATF on the seal so it can go in a little easier. Definitely want to clean out all the passageways that the O-rings sit in. Now I can get this thing back on. I put a rubber band around it to keep all the things in place, and it worked. So I'm gonna drop it right back in, put that clip on, and then I'll take the rubber band out. I have no idea how I'm gonna get this on. Oh God. This is definitely the worst part of this whole process. This clip is so difficult. This is crazy. I have no idea how I'm gonna get this on. What the fuck? After like a minute of trying, putting it in vertically is actually a lot easier. I don't know why I didn't think of that. This could very easily make me rage more than Call of Duty. This is so rage inducing. You just gotta stay patient. The more patient you stay, the faster it'll get done. Please, that was so close. Fuck. Oh. Ugh. Dude, this is absolutely ridiculous. This is the stupidest thing I've ever seen. My finger is getting destroyed, but I gotta hold the pin in place really tightly while I open it. I got it half on with the snap ring plier. Now I'm gonna try and just hammer it hard and see if it goes on. Please go on, please. Yes! Let's go! Yes! Yes! What I did was, I held it in place exactly how I was holding it, and then I used this, and I pushed this pliers onto the shaft, and it keeps it in place so that you can just open it up enough, and I just pushed it down, and it's half of it stayed on, and then I hammered it on the last little bit. That right there is by far the worst part of this job. The hardest part of not knowing how to do something, or the first time you're doing it, is finding the technique. Once you find it, it gets a lot easier. So I'm hoping that helps at least some of you guys out, because as you can see, it was a struggle for me. So that's why you stay patient. Stay patient and don't get mad, and eventually it's gonna get done. Two brand new seals right here. I'm gonna use a little bit of the ATF. This power steering takes automatic transmission fluid, so that's what's going back in. I could take this thing off. I can also coat this one in some ATF so that it doesn't pinch when you install it. That's the biggest thing. You don't want the gaskets or anything to rip on installation. So this is like a weird two-piece gasket. Wait, what? Oh, okay, yeah. So it goes with the edge upwards, and then this second little plastic piece goes around the outside. Wait, outside or inside? Or is this upside down? Yeah, it was upside down. So it goes around the outside of the O-ring. So that's it, it's done. Now, make sure that this line aligns up with this line right here. You can see the lines attached. And I can tighten everything down to the torque specs. This has to be lined up with this, but then this one is missing a bolt. I don't know where that one went. And these three are for the pulley up top. I'm referring back to the picture that I took when the power steering pump was in the car, and that thing does not have a bolt in it. Hold on. Wait, what if that's why it was making so much noise? There was no bolt in it, and it was just taking in so much air through there. I need to get a bolt for this. There's no way I'm running this with no bolt. This is insanity. I got a replacement bolt, but since it is a hardware store bolt, I'm gonna put some Loctite on it, because once these crack loose, it's so easy for these bolts to just fall right out. So I'm gonna put some Loctite on it to try and prevent that. I don't want this to back out again like it did. I'm gonna set these to 18 foot-pounds. That's actually a lot. I'm only gonna do it to 17, actually 16. I think that's all set now. Everything sounds good on it, and it has all 4 bolts now, so let me go install this, and hopefully this ended up actually working. I'm gonna bench bleed it and add some ATF right now so it doesn't get run dry. Okay, yep, that was exactly what I was looking to happen. We get a fucking funnel, yo. Everything is all tight and good to go now. Now I just gotta go up top and replace the reservoir. I'm replacing this power steering pump out right now because there's a filter inside which makes this a serviceable part. So I want to make sure that when I put brand new ATF in it, it's not going to go bad from a dirty filter. Here we go. Right away, the new one could just drop right in. These lines actually feel very rubbery, so that's actually a surprise. I thought that these lines would be old and junky. I guess now it's time to try it. Everything's tight, everything's plugged in. Let's see if it makes that horrible noise. Here we go, it's at least in place now. Let's see what happens to that fluid level and what happens with the noise. Let me move the wheel back and forth. I don't think it's gonna make any noise until there's actually load on the wheels, so I'm gonna drop it down. Now is the true test. Let me go see. It's good! No way! It sounds 20 million times better and it's so much smoother. Let's go! It's good! It sounds so good now. I really think that the missing bolt was what was doing most of that leaking air. I probably could have put a bolt on it and it would have been fine, but I didn't know. But now look at how easy it is. The tires have low air, so it's still kind of hard, but it's no more noise. I can definitely tell that it has power steering. I just finished editing this video and I'm gonna leave it at that. Stay tuned for the next one because I'm gonna try and drive this car home. So that's gonna be the first test, and then we'll see if it's sturdy or not. A quick update on the E30. I brought the block to the machine shop because I bought new rings. So they're doing a fresh hone on there, and I'm not doing it myself. I had them do it just because I want the finish to be right. I don't want the finish to be too aggressive, so I brought it to them. Now I just gotta wait probably realistically like 3 weeks, which is kind of sucks, but we'll stay entertained with other things. Thank you guys so much for watching. Follow me on Instagram at E34 right here to stay up to date with everything that I'm doing. And yeah, thank you for watching.